personal branding, especially for IG, Instagram, personal branding. So this is like your branding pyramid thing here, or how you're gonna create your winning business, your winning personal brand using Instagram. And essentially like the bottom of it, all about it is your personal brand here. And then you have the attracting clients piece, and then you have the closing clients piece, and then like what your deliverables are gonna be, right? And that's just like the basic of like a personal brand, and like how to scale a personal brand into like an actual business. So you create your personal brand, you attract the clients, you close the clients, and then you focus on delivering to them. So when making a personal brand on Instagram, especially Instagram, this will probably work anywhere as well. But part one would obviously be to get your profile good, right? You need a professional looking photo. One that doesn't make you look like just a random nobody trying to do stuff. So like the photo shoot you guys did, that looks very professional. You guys are all in nice suits, like that would be good pictures to put as a profile, as a professional profile photo. Kind of wanted to say like brand, not broke or not nobody, right? And it should be relevant to whatever your niche is. So if yours is real estate, maybe like you, a pro photo of you're in a real estate flip that you're doing or signing a deal, I have no idea, but it should be relevant to your niche. You need a professional bio, which is your second part. This is, people will obviously look at your picture, click on your profile, and then read your bio. You want to put like your best credentials, so like your 2 or 3 best achievements so far in your life, so that people can see that. And then you want to put a credibility statement. You want to use one of these words in your credibility statement, like say that you're either the best, the biggest, or the first at something, wherever you are. And these are just like words that instantly make people think of like expert, like, oh, he's the best at something, I want to listen to him, I want to hear what he has to say, I want to look more into what he's the best at, right? So these are going to create like instant credibility if people just read them. And then you want like your 3P statement in there too. And it's not supposed to be long, it's supposed to be, what it stands for is like person, problem, and then your promise, right? So for example, I have one written here, like, I help solar companies generate low-cost leads. That's like the people you help, the purpose you serve, and then the promise that you're going to give them, right? You want the person, problem, and promise in your 3P statement there, and make it simple too. Like, don't freaking leave the whole lecture on it. Just like break it down, super simple. I help solar companies generate low-cost leads. There's super simple person, problem, promise, right? And then right away, people know like what you're about, that you're credible, and what you do. So once your profile is all good, you want to deal with your feed over here. Now with feed, it's about like your pics, your videos. Essentially, like, this is the branding cycle that you would follow when making posts. And this is if you want to do it on your own, right? Like, I guess you could hire someone to do your social media marketing at a certain point, and they may have their own branding cycle. But if you're doing it on your own, a very simple branding cycle to follow would be like, day 1, you post a picture of interest, catches people's interest. It's meant to show authority in your field. Day 2, you post something with proof of like why that's true, and that shows your expertise in that area. Day 3, you post a demo, like a demonstration of that going on, of that happening, of why it's good, and that provides your people with a sample of what you do, of what you're trying to present, how you're catching their interest. And then on day 4, you post something that promotes trust, right? And this gets likability. So you post maybe like a story that you went through, like when you talk on your closing calls all the time, like, oh yeah, like I was in that program at 1.2 and now I'm in the $70,000 program. And that promotes trust with them. They're like, okay, this guy's done it. He hears me. I get what he's coming from. And then that also promotes likability, because they're like, oh, I love Damon. He's so respected. He's nice to talk to. He gets me. He knows, you know what I mean? So that would be like the day 4. And then essentially you just repeat with this. And then you post something with interest, proof, demo, trust. And all of them serve like different purposes in it. And you just go through that branding cycle over and over. So I have, the interest, day 1, I have examples written in here. It would be content that demonstrates authority. So you post like results in advance, I guess. Like you're giving somebody a result in advance. They haven't done your program yet, but you're giving them a piece of information that would come from your program that can give them results in advance. So somebody's super into the gym and you're in like a fat loss niche for the gym, and you post a picture and write a quick caption that was like, one food to never eat before bed, and then you go into a big description about how you never want to eat fast digesting carbs before bed because they spike your insulin, which causes all these bad things to your liver, and it affects your REM sleep cycles. So instead, what you want to eat is slow digesting proteins like cottage cheese and an apple, which in my opinion is the ultimate before bed snack. You know, that's like giving them some results in advance. Okay, he has some authority, he knows what he's talking about, and then he just gave me something that's going to give me some results if I start following it, right? And then day 2, you post your proof showing some expertise, right? So the ideal form would be you talking about a client of yours who got good results, or somebody who's doing what you're doing and followed you in it and they got good results, and that would be like the ideal form of proof of, yeah, you gave them those results in advance, and here's somebody who actually listened and look at the results that they got, you know? So that's day 2. I don't know, I just did this work with this client and they texted me back so excited. They had 14 new people come into their shop in the last few days because of what they're doing with their Instagram, and they love it when a client gets great results like this, you know what I mean? Like blah, 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 just some proof on your authority there, which shows expertise. And then second form that you could post of proof would be like statistics, social studies, academic studies, and social proof that provide some validity to the results in advance you gave. So post that about apples, how they're the ultimate before bed snack, and then I provide a study, an academic study on why they actually are, and that shows some proof, some expertise, like this guy's not just talking out of his ass, right? Or yeah, another form of proof could be a pic of you reading a really thick textbook on health and fitness, right? Or you reading a really thick textbook on how to do real estate investing, you know, something like that can just be a picture of proof that you're an expert. And then, so the sample on day 3, the demonstration, you want to essentially like hand out some samples of your work. So if you have a client, maybe you would repost one of the things that you did for them, then in the caption explain why you did what you did, like an artist posting a painting, then talking about their motivations for the painting. You want to use buzzwords in your demo and your sample, like social proof, commitment, consistency bias, conversion rate tracking, and use like legal speak in the post because it shows that you're sharp as a tack, and like what this guy is using big words, but he knows what he's talking about. Like, I don't even know what conversion rate tracking is, but I like the sound of that, so I'll keep reading, you know? And so you give away like your best, essentially you give away your best content for free because the sample is going to be what sells the product, right? So on here, you're giving away your best content, which is probably why with Stefan's Instagram, he posts little highlights of like probably the best 2 minutes of each clip he posts. He puts on Instagram, and then people go from that to IGTV or YouTube to get the full thing, but they've already got the best part, right? Because the sample is what's going to sell the product. So other demonstrations could be a before and after of a client, a video of you and a client talking about some results, a video of you and someone talking about how good you are, or how they had some idea that you had, you know? So like maybe you talk about contractors and all this shit, and then you literally like, I don't know, stage or actually film yourself like with a contractor meeting, right? And it's like, boom, there's a sample of how good Damon is at what he preaches, you know, and whatever. Or like you post interest, something about how you should deal with contractors, and then you post some psychology study that's proof on why if you do this when meeting with him, it will create this result. And then you post a sample of you doing it, and then, right? So then day 4 would be like getting the likability, and trust essentially is built when people realize that they are alike with you, right? They'll feel better about being, and pretty much what you were just talking about, when people realize that you are alike, that they have things in common and share similar values, that's when that likability is going to be put in, right? So by showing on your Instagram and demonstrating things that you value and like in your life, you will gain trust. So I don't know, like videos or pictures of you with like your freaking dog, man, that promotes likability. Or like a video of what you do as soon as you wake up in the morning, that like promotes likability and trust, because they realize, okay, like he's just like everybody else, right? Like he loves dogs and I love dogs, I can like him. Or he gets up in the morning and he feels just as tired as everyone too, but then he remotivates himself this way. It's like, I get up and I feel tired, I can relate to Damon. Like, you know, something that promotes likability. So by showing like very personal things that you value and like in your life will create that trust and likability. you and pets, you doing normal things, videos of you eating at Chipotle, videos of you making breakfast, showing yourself working out at the gym, hanging with friends or other business people, a video of you freaking yawning, like a pic of you cleaning your car. Those things all promote likability, right? Because everybody does it. So essentially that's like the first couple basics to like how you should have your profile, but then like how you should do your branding cycle, right? And day 1, 2, 3, 4. But so yeah, that's like pretty much on Instagram how you want to personal brand yourself, and how you can get started on making it look more professional on your own. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. Just might take a bit of time, but that's why you can also hire someone and be like, look, follow this business model, man. Like, it's sound, it's proven, do this. But
I like that. I like it.
it's pretty much what the course that I took